Today I'm here to meet you with another video. In this video or in this session, I'll be teaching you about periodic table. So let's see. So in my previous videos, we used to explain the term, we used to define it, then we used to solve some equation. But in this session, I will be teaching you some important elements for the first chapter of chemistry, chemical equations and reactions. I took already the part 1. If you need to see it, you can just click over here. Okay. Then what happens is after we balance some chemical equation, the next step for our chapter is periodic table. Periodic table means they won't ask us to draw a periodic table or no. We need to know their valencies and we need to know some elements which is very important for this chapter, which comes very often for balancing it or for multiplying it. We need to know their valencies, right? We need to know their name, we need to know their symbols, and we need to know their valencies too. So I will teach how to find the valency of an element, and let's learn them. So here I draw a rough diagram over here, okay. So let's just, if you can't see the elements clearly, or if you want a very good neat diagram, or if you want to see it visible to humans, you can just you can put it in multi-screen and you can just keep another image closely. So whenever I'm explaining, it will be more clear to you, okay. So here I draw a rough diagram only. So let's just learn these things and all, we'll learn the things, okay. So here we have some elements, right. So most of the elements have mnemonics for them. So whichever mnemonics I know, I will teach you also. So the first mnemonics over here, mnemonics, if it's nothing but it's just a short form or a long term for these symbols where you can easily understand it. Like it will be like a sentence, but these elements will be there. Like the starting letter of the elements will be the sentences. Like example, Helena ki Ruby se friendship. It's a sentence, right? So this first group, Helena ki Ruby se friendship. That's a mnemonics for it. For the second one, Beta Manga ka scooter, Bob Roya. Okay, so for here most of them have mnemonics. Okay, most of them have mnemonics. If you need to learn them very easily, means I'll send you the link in the below description. Okay, that link will take you to a page where there will be many mnemonics for each elements. Okay, each group there will be mnemonics in English and in Hindi. Okay, you can choose the way you want. I'll give the link in the descriptions. Okay, this session is mainly used for finding the valencies of most of the elements. So in between I left some boxes because that elements are not that necessary. Okay, but here and all I wrote these 3 elements because these are most common or mostly rarely used elements. Like this Ag, Au and Hg. Hg is nothing but mercury. Why I now made it in red color is because Hg is a liquid metal. Okay, so not like a solid metal or stuff, it's a liquid metal. Okay, so for finding the valencies, okay, at the beginning of the 8th and all we learned it, like we need to put this will be the atom, then how much atomic number it's having, like that we should draw. Then what is at the outer shell, what is the most atoms carried, it is greater than 2 or greater than 2, like that. The most outer shell, it will be its valencies, right? But okay, but if you learn the mnemonics, and if you know most of the elements which I wrote over here, not fully, it's not that much required. So like till this first 18, then first 18 is okay. Okay, first 18 is okay. If you learn more means in the higher grade it will be useful for us. So when I was in 8th grade or 9th grade, I studied till 18. Now I am studying the full, like more than 57 elements. So when I increase in the grades, the elements I should study will also increase. So better to learn as much as you can right now, or if you want you can learn it in the future also. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to know their name. Now learning is important because here now my part 2 of chemical equation and reaction, right? There what they will give, they will give us a 2 element. We need to join them. Okay, there is 2 methods to join them. That also I'll teach you in the next session. Okay, so over here we are having, right? So if you need to draw if you need to draw a periodic table, first you need to know how to draw a periodic table, right? So I'll give the blueprint of how much boxes should be there. So first there should be 2, okay? Then in between there will be 10 elements. So 10 boxes. And here 6. Okay. Why I'm separating them like this means why I'm not joining them to 18 why I'm not keeping, because like most of them is like easy to learn. So most of the elements over here, only copper, zinc, nickel and cobalt, iron, okay, these are mostly used. Okay, that's why I'm separating these boxes, which will be a little helpful for you also. Okay, so and here it should be 7, height should be 7, this is 6 and this is 10 and this is 2. So height comes over here also as 7. I'm teaching chemistry or maths. So over here we are having the 7, everything. If you know to draw the element, why I'm telling you to draw this periodic table, why you need to know the information to draw this periodic table? Because we need to find the valency, right? So how to find the valency? After drawing this periodic table, okay, simply write the elements. If you know, how much of you know, write the elements, okay. So some mnemonics as I told for these two, and even this is having a mnemonic. New police officer assigns subordinate Bharat, okay, some Bharat or Bharat or any name over here, okay. So same comes for everything, okay. So here for this I learned it in before when I was in like now when I came to the grade, I don't know like what there were any mnemonics for this or not. So I just learned like hi, hello, then lithium, beryllium, then Baknov, Nina Merck, Alsi Pasala, like that only I just joined these words and I learned it like that. But when I go through, when I want to make this session easy for you guys, when I go through, there was a thing called mnemonics for these periodic table. So I learned them as much as I can, or there are more mnemonics for each and every row. There's a mnemonics. So in the link, it is everything is there in the mnemonics. Okay. So over here now, what we need to do, we need to find the valency, right? So then the row 1, all valency will be +1. Okay. Helium, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, strontium, francium, and all everything's valency will be +1 only. So next one will be +2. Okay. So here and all I cannot gather it like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 like that I cannot write, because these valencies will vary. Okay. Suppose for example this valency is 1 means this might be 2. Okay, but not like here. This is rows 1. This is 2 means this row is 2. So here it will be 3. This row full is 3. Okay, +3. Okay, most of the time while doing the valency and all, +3, -3 is not that important. Okay. So next one is minus or +4. Okay. There's no valency 5, 6, 7, 8. So what happened? We'll come in from back. So this will be -3, -2, -1 and 0. So the valency for helium, then this other elements, everything's valency will be 0. If you ask why, let's just check. Okay, how to find like in 8th grade and how we find the valencies? We wrote over here. Then we wrote its atomic number. So what is the atomic number of helium? Atomic number is nothing but here is 1, right? Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that only it goes. Okay. So some will have 1 + 1 or some will have -1. Okay. So here the helium's atomic number is 2. So let's draw 2 atoms. Okay. And there will be another thing now. So you know that K, M, N and all. We know, right, that the rounds and all. So how much is remaining in the next round? So at the first it should be 2, then 8, then like that, right? So over here there's 2. So after this nothing is there left. So what is at the last ring over here? Nothing is there. So its valency will be 0. So our valency is 0. Okay, so this is how to find the valency of an element very easily if you know the periodic table. So I'm not telling you to learn the whole periodic table. You can just learn the half of it, or no need to even the half of it. You can just learn the first 18 element and some elements like this iron, copper, nickel, then iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, then this gold and silver, then mercury. Okay, then some important over here also, plumbum, tin, iodine, then xenon, then rhenium, francium, radium and all, that's and all, no need that much. So these are the main importance. Okay. So here this cancel and this thing and all, no need that much. Like these are like most not important. I learned this much is because it will be in an order, and when I'm in the future classes and all, it will be useful for me. Okay. So if you want, you can learn the first 57 elements. In between these gaps and all, right? That and all, no need to learn that much because that won't come in this syllabus or in this academy. It won't come. Okay, so no need to take more pressure and more elements to learn. You can just learn the first 18 and the rest whichever I circled over here. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. If you have any doubt or if you need to explain more under this topic or under any topic, you can just comment below and I'll read the comment, and as usual, my next video will be about it only. Thank you for watching.